again. Today I decided to make a little bit different video. We're gonna try and fix this PARKSIDE battery. This is a 20 volt, what's that, 4 amp battery. The battery is totally dead. Usually they have a very common problem with the Bluetooth. As much as I read on internet, the Bluetooth module is overloading the controller and the controller gets burned, plus a 20 ohm resistor. So pretty much I'm gonna show you how you can fix your battery. If the problem is the same, of course, because I haven't opened the battery. It's an old battery, used one, so there may be a problem with the cells or something. So let's start. We're gonna remove all the screws first. Let's remove the cover. Yeah, we have the resistor burned. Probably the controller is also dead. But first let's check the battery. Are they still fine? They have to be a similar voltage, 3.9, 3.75, which is a bit low, 3.9, 4 volts, 4 volts. We have a little difference. But anyway, now the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna inspect the board under the microscope, and we'll see what are the damages. Let me try to put the things on focus. Yeah, as you can see, in here is the 20 ohm resistor, and that's the linear regulator. I'm gonna add a model on the description. Pretty much the way I do the things. First I'm gonna remove this, I'm gonna remove this. After that I'm gonna replace the controller, and we're gonna change the place on this resistor. We're gonna solder it on this point, because I have checked a few boards, and pretty much the connection between this is in here. It's pretty much reads the battery voltage. So let's start. Let's remove the items first. Like this. We have a cap, which is, yeah, like this. Now the thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove the Bluetooth module, because every time I replace only the controller, the Bluetooth is still shorted and it kills the controller again. So pretty much, just to be safe, I'm gonna remove the Bluetooth. Not a big deal without it. You can control the current of charging the battery and stuff like that, which is, for an old battery, is not that important. Yeah, it's out. Now let's grab a new controller. Let me find. Let me check these. No, those are the 5 volts one. Yeah, this one. So Let's try and solder it back. This is a really common problem with these batteries. We have to wait a little bit because the board is very thin and the solder needs to get hardened. Now, half of the job is done. Now we have to get a new 20 ohm resistor, and we're gonna solder one leg in here and the other one here on the plus of the battery so it can read the maximum voltage. Let's add some flux in here and in here. If you really need a Bluetooth, you have to pretty much find a working one and replace it. Otherwise, it will keep blowing the controller. Now, let's get the resistor and solder it on one plate on one side, and we'll use a wire to connect the perfect solder, but it will do the job. Now let's get a wire. You can solder the 20 ohm resistor on the same place, but since the area is already burnt and the ones that I got are a little bit bigger, I prefer to use a jumper wire, and so far all the batteries that I have done are still working fine, so it's absolutely safe to do this. Now let's solder the other. You don't need a very thick wire because here is only a reading information. So let's connect the other one on this side. You can use a shorter wire if you like. Now let's see, will the battery work? Let's check the button because sometimes those batteries have also a problem with the buttons. Yeah, the button is also not working. So since we are already recording, I'm gonna show you how you can fix the button. The best way of course is to replace it, but since I run out of buttons also, we're gonna open this one and we're gonna fix it. Pretty much with the time the metal piece inside is getting a little bit corrosive. As you can see inside, we need to scratch it a little bit. You can use a contact cleaner, but it's a temporary solution. Best way is just to open the button and clean it. We're gonna clean also the metal plate. I'll try to put it on focus also. Just scrape it a little bit. You can use some alcohol to clean it. I think it's enough. Now let's try and place everything back. Now, as I said, best way of course is just to replace the button, but we're gonna improvise a little bit. Now let's place the rubber thingy, and after that we just need to push it. Clicks. You can use the solder iron just to melt it a little bit. Now when we press the button, you can see we have lights. So let's fix it properly. We're gonna melt here. Now this button is not under a lot of pressure, so it will stay like this. So pressing the button and lights are come on. Pretty much that's the way how I fix these batteries. Now it may look dodgy for you, but the resistor is on a better place because in here everything is burned. So let's try and place the battery. Let's assemble the battery and let's put it on a charger to see will it charge, because sometimes they have other faults. Now let's see. Actually I did fix the charger also. Let's see will it work or not. Placing the battery. Yeah, start, and it's blinking orange, which means the battery is, let's say, above 60%. We have the charging LEDs here, which also indicates that the battery is charging. I'm gonna leave it, test it. I'm gonna open it after that to see are all the cells balanced, because there may be an unbalanced cell. Pretty much that's the whole video. I hope you like it. That's one of the most common problems with these batteries. The other one is if you plug the battery on the charger, it stays green and it doesn't start to charge at all. In this case you need to check the thermocouple, because sometimes one of the legs get desoldered, and if there is no connection on the thermocouple on the battery, the charger doesn't start to charge the battery. So I hope you liked the video. Bye bye for now.